What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Bianconeri zone, and welcome back to what probably is going to be the craziest news story we've done in a very long time. You know, it's good that football is back, but we're going to talk about Fagioli being sold in January, apparently linked with Colomanu, linked with Skriniar, you know, all linked to PSG and Fagioli. And that's not all, because there's news about we need a striker, we know that, and Lorenzo Luca, playing for Udinese, is back in the picture. He could be a name, but not the only one. Obviously, there's more talks about Zirkzee and Vlahovic, so on. And then Arthur, yes, he's still at the club. I think people forgot that, me included. Not training, just on chilling, on big wages, chilling on the Champions League list for some reason. He's also back on the transfer market, or actually never was off the transfer market, but, you know, disappeared off, I don't know, the face of the earth, basically. He could be on the move. So that's what we're going to talk about. Before we do that, as always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and let's talk about Fagioli first, because that is... Actually, when I saw the news, I was laughing, you know, because it's all linked to, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, it's all linked to Skriniar. We need a defender. Giuntoli contact PSG. What do you think about Skriniar? And PSG was like, what do you think about selling Fagioli to us? And, you know, not to make it any stranger already, we are gonna potentially offer you a striker we paid, I don't know, 80 million euros from Frankfurt, something like that. That is just laughable. It is laughable for so many reasons, but one. The only reason that it's not laughable, and I know it sounds crazy to some of you, because I think if an offer comes in, the club will sell Fagioli. I think if an offer comes in, the club will sell Douglas Luiz, Locatelli, McKennie, Conceição, you know. I think the club is open to sell anyone bar 2 players, maybe 3. I don't think they will sell Cambiasso, for a simple reason that, for me, I think everybody would agree with that, it's very difficult to find players in that position. They wouldn't sell Bremer, that's 2, and they won't sell Yildiz. Other than that, I think everybody at this club is for sale for the right price. You know, unless you get on a crazy offer, they will sell Bremer and so on, but not the offer we'll probably get. So that's why I saw the news first. I was like, yeah, he's not going PSG. PSG are not trying to sign Fagioli. However, the fact that the rumors out there that, you know, Fagioli is on the market, that's a strange rumor to have. You know, that's actually a very weird rumor to have. Oh, Fagioli is on the move. Nobody was thinking about that. I think if an offer comes in, they will move on Fagioli. Not in January, obviously, because that's a weird part. You know, they're not gonna sell players they potentially need to get players they definitely need. Like, that's not gonna happen. But long-term future, I can see that happening. Now, with the links, Skriniar is not a long-term solution. If PSG do not want to loan him out, well, then he's gonna stay at PSG. You know, nobody's gonna buy Skriniar from PSG on that wages. It's just not gonna happen mid-January. So they're gonna loan him out and pay part of the wages, or he's gonna stay at PSG and Juve are gonna walk away from that. That's 2. The second one is, you're not gonna buy a player in Kolu who's cost 80 million euros. It's just not gonna happen. So the story was actually ridiculous, besides the fact that I think there is some truth in Fagioli potentially could be on the move, because I know he gets praised a lot by Juve fans and everybody wants him to succeed, me included. But to be honest, he's a very inconsistent player. You know, he is. He missed a year of football due to his own fault. You know, that's that. We know that. He got the help. He's back. Credit to him, I guess. But he's very inconsistent. He has had more games than wow games, and also a lot of games. There's no consistency. And you can say he's young. He's relatively young, but he's not Yildiz young. You know, he's not that type of young. He has some experience right now, and he's very inconsistent. That's why I'm fairly open-minded to the fact that, yeah, the club potentially could sell him, you know. And I hope they don't. I hope he succeeds. I hope he has Leipzig type of performances week in, week out, because that would be amazing. This far, I don't really believe in that, to be honest. I think he's a very good player honest day, but he's inconsistent. And that's why I think, in the future, it could be very, very possible that they will move on from a Fagioli, but definitely not in January, and definitely not to PSG in January. Now, let's move on to the second part of the show, and that's we need attacking help. And Lorenzo Luca is one of those names. Also, Beto from Everton is on that list. We need help. I saw the reports that Milik could be back mid-December. I'm gonna call BS for mid-December. Mid-December is literally in a month, and he's not even in training right now, and he's been out since June or something. That sounds crazy. And even if he's back, there will be setbacks. Just so forget about that news reporting about Milik. If he's back, touching grass, real grass, in terms of actual football games in January, I think it's already a Christmas miracle. We need attacking help, but with the injuries of Bremer and Cabal, it's not going to be easy to put funds in that department, and also funds in we need an attacking help in January. And also, why would Udinese sell him in January? I think that's not possible. To top it off, I'm not a big fan of Luca. I'm sorry. He's a backup striker, but he's a striker where I'm like, yeah, I don't think you're good enough for the top. Even if you're a backup striker, I just don't see it. If you need to play a couple of games because the main guy is injured and we play Champions League, I'm sorry. I cannot believe in you, because from what I've seen so far, ever since he came from Serie B, Serie A, Ajax, now this, he didn't convince me and won in a single moment ever. Actually never looked at Luka and I'm like, you know what, need to have that. Even as a backup striker, if somebody goes down, I can trust you. I don't see it, and I think I will never see it. So for me, that shouldn't be an option. We need help, but I hope we find different solutions. I'm willing to take a risk with Milik for now until the end of the season and figure that out in the summer. Do not waste money. That's all I'm trying to say. And to wrap up the show, it's Arthur, who is back from, I don't know where he's back, because according to Marca, Marseille and Real Betis are interested in him. Betis have already engaged talks, or open talks, with the player, and Marseille are interested because De Zerbi likes him apparently. His wages are insane. That's just what it is. That's the problem. It's going to be a loan, whatever. If you can get something off the books, you do that. Even if it's a couple of millions, you do that. Just get rid. Nobody knows where he is. It's one of the worst deals this club has ever done. I think it's unbelievable, the story. You have his agent coming out saying he can play for a top club. He's still top. Delusional from top to bottom. He's on big wages, and I would chill knowing that I'm not going to play for a big team anymore. It's done for me. This is it. I will take every single penny. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. He's doing it for a couple of years now. Why stop with it? So if he's gone, good. We save a couple of pennies, I guess. But, it's just impossible to sell at this point because of his ridiculous wages. Unless he's like, you know what? I'm going to lower my wages. I want to play Juve. It's all good. Maybe give me $1 million or $2 million or something. Forget about the rest. But that's not going to happen. Otherwise, it would have already happened a long time ago. So let's see if he will move him out. I think the main focus is fixing that back line and forgetting about Fagioli to PSG, because that's not going to happen in January. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned, because this week podcast, with Julian, that will drop probably on Friday. Friday also preview, because we play on Saturday against Milan. Big game. Good that football is back and we can, put all this BS kind of behind us. But yeah, that's it for me. Speak to you soon. Ciao.